I'd like this one last question before we get to the audience questions. And it's this. What's the biggest misconception you hear about the mission?
There's so many. I hear a ton. A big one that I hear often is, I'll say two big ones that I hear often. One is the aspect of money. Where do we get our money from? So you'll see that we've received grants from the Federal Home Loan Bank, right? That's a private institution. It's not a government agency, and they give out nationwide, and they give out all over our nation to agencies like ours. But at the same time, we didn't receive a $1.5 million grant. We received a supplemental grant, and so what it is we have to raise our $1.5 million, and they will match out of that grant. So if we only raised $200,000, we only received a $200,000 grant. If we can raise $1.5 million, that's the max that they will match us up to. That's for our new campaign. But the other one that I hear a lot is people say, the mission is at its max capacity. They turned away 500 people last year. I hear that all over, and I believe they heard that quoted at Safe City Project. I think that's where they heard it. But that 500 number, that's not our guest population. We actually have never had to turn anybody away. We've never been at our max capacity. That 500 number is the number of applications we receive for people trying to get into our drug and rehabilitation program. There's a massive need for drug and rehabilitation programs. We can only house 30 men in the recovery program, 16 women in the recovery program for an 18-month period, and we will average anywhere from last year I think we averaged anywhere from 300 to 400 applications just last year for that program. So that's not the number of guests coming to us, that's the number of applicants trying to get in the recovery program. For our guest side, the people, and let me differentiate. Students, I refer to as the people in our recovery program. Guests, I refer to as the people who are actually homeless, unsheltered, living at the mission. And so that's a big one that I think people should know and be aware of.